Guys, it's time for this week's budget review. So, again, I'm still feeling under the weather, if you could tell by my voice. So, I am gonna have to do this in little mini clips, just because my voice gets strained really, really easily. So, let's go ahead and just dive right into this week's budget review. So, Hemlock and Oak gives you this wonderful year at a glance page, and like I said, it looks pretty boring now, but once the year starts rolling through and we start getting things done, it'll start filling in quite nicely. So we can see that I had the Focus account, which was CapQ for January. We've finally paid off CapQ today. So we can see it was X'd out for January because, I mean, I was paying on it, but it wasn't paid off yet. But we finally got it paid off, so we can see our first account that's paid for the year is right there. We've also had Ray's birthday for this week, and that's it so far for this year. Like I said, like, not really that much has happened yet. So again, the page makes more sense as the year rolls on, but excuse me. So the Focus accounts are going to be in red, so I believe Chase is our next one, so he'll be written down here whenever that time comes. Holidays and birthdays are in purple. Car insurance, not car insurance, car inspection and like registration plates, ID renewals, I have them listed in orange. Again, this is just a nice way of keeping track of it because they do kind of sneak up on you. And I also keep track of the large amounts of money in and large amounts of money out. So the insurance funds are going to be in and the taxes are going to be a different shade of green. Probably later February, mid-March is whenever those are going to appear on the page. So, another thing that I added in, since I have this wonderful holidays page here, is anytime that I have like main birthdays or the holidays coming in, I'm gonna try to keep track of how much I do actually spend on those as well. This way, it kind of gives me an idea of how much I need to start saving for up to those, holidays and that. Because as of right now, I have no idea what I spend for these things, guys. It just kind of happens. Okay, so they used to have a 2 years at a glance page. They got rid of it for this year. I don't know why, so I did have to print my own out. And what I do with this is I use it's debit.com or the Debt Payoff Planner app. I do have a link in the description down below. But what you do is you put in all of your accounts that you're trying to pay off, and it gives you like a little payment summary, like a little payment plan, and whatever information that comes out on this. So they're saying like I should have had the capital paid off by March. So I just mark that down under, the month. And then this way it just gives you a nice quick visual of what all of this is. To me, it's easier to follow. Am I keeping the actual report this time? Yes. I threw it away last year, but I'm keeping it this year. I just prefer things to be printed out. It's just easier for me to follow. So yeah, all the projected payoff dates I have marked under the months that it's suggesting that they're going to be paid off. And as I'm paying on the account, I just highlight the week, the day, because apparently it has Sunday. I thought it started on Monday. It does not. So it was paid off on Sunday, so that's why that one's still the light gray for CapQ. And like I said, Chase is the next Focus account. So this is how I keep track of, one, when they're projected to be paid off, and two, how long it takes me to pay off each of those accounts. So it's just a nice little visual for that. I did add in the Hungry Piggos, which are savings accounts. Of course, the car loan, keeping track of how long it's taken me to pay that thing, because I do want to get a car this year. And, yeah. So, and of course, I do want to eventually buy a house one day. So this is like the future thing. It's always nice to think about what you want to do with your money in the future. just because it kind of gives you that little bit of a boost to keep doing what you need to do now to get there. So that's the fastest I can get through that. Again, just trying to keep it nice and short, just for my voice here. So we did Tetris last year. I was able to pay off $10,000 last year in my debts, which is way more than what I would have expected at the start of the year. So we're gonna try to shoot for the same thing this year, just a little bit more. These are the accounts. I have them listed from smallest to largest, and I've also included the minimum payments for this year's, just because I don't know. To me, I think it would be nice to see like how much I'm saving per month, or how much more I could put towards the debts, I guess. But like I said, we did get our first account paid off for this year, and then at the end of every month, I take the total off of this sheet here, which again is from stebit.com, and I just add it up, and that's where I'm getting the total from here. And then, of course, you take that total, you divide it by how much your pieces are worth, and you get to color in your blocks. Because for some reason, coloring in the blocks, I feel like I'm buying a block, even though I'm paying off my debt. But I don't know, this really does motivate me to pay more towards my debts. And it's been working really well. So I am going to use Tetris until this is all done. So we did get to color in some more blocks. Making some pretty good progress here for this year already. So I'm happy about that. And let's go ahead and get to the monthly page. And again, like I said, I'm going to take breaks, guys. I got to for my voice. And we'll be right back to get into the monthly and the daily pages. Alrighty, so what I do with the monthly page here is I just mark down all of the bills on their due dates. I do separate the like the mandatory bills, or the ones that like you really gotta pay and the amount doesn't really change. So like your rent, your insurance, when the credit cards are due, those type of things. So I have those in the main color. So for this month, it's the lighter shade of pink. And then anything that's optional, typically this is something that like benefits me financially. So like my daily savings accounts, and the extra payments here, those are the going towards the focus. I have those in a different shade of color. So for this month, they're red. I also keep track of the optionals over here under my goals. So again, I have the $5 a day savings. So I have the 29 days in February. So that gives me $145 for the month. I just split it up between the two paydays, so that gave me 73 and 72. So doing good on that. We got both, or not both. That's coming up this week, but we got the first one paid off, or paid into, I guess, into the savings. Again, I'm sorry, guys. I am sick. I'm normally more chipper than this. So the next one would be the do not use the credit cards. And as you can see, we got a lot of X's. There's a lot of X's this week. The sickness finally caught up to me, and I just made some really bad decisions. But it's okay. We've redirected. We're back on track. So again, it's one of those things that if you are new to budgeting, I mean, granted, I've been budgeting for like how many freaking years now, but it's gonna happen. It's just, you gotta just learn that it's not perfect. You are gonna make mistakes, and the important thing is how you respond to it. What are you gonna do about it? So we'll see in the daily pages what happened, what caused that, and of course, like, I'm on the debt payoff thing, so I do have myself with the $50 extra payments every Sunday. And I just marked out when I make those payments, and of course the date for the Sunday that they were due. God, I hope my voice freaking makes it for this part here. Okay, so let's get to where I would have left Jens last week. Okay, so I would have left Jens on Sunday. I'm not quite sure if it was like before or after I went shopping. I really cannot remember when I last filmed. But basically, like, we know that I've been sick. Like, literally, guys, I've been sick since this day, okay? Like, it's 1 week, 2 week, like, we're going into 3 weeks now. Just whenever you think it's done, it just, like, reappears with a whole new vengeance. So I've just had no energy, just mentally, physically exhausted. And so that right there, since I am an emotional spender, like, I'm trying to do like little mini purchases to make myself feel better, even though it's not going to. You're trying to buy feeling better. It's not the way it works. But for some reason, whenever I'm feeling like low energy, it's easier for me to curb the spending. I think it's just because I don't have the energy to get on the phone and shop. But whenever you get like this little boost of an energy, definitely coming off of being sick for, oh, what would this have been? Where's the 11th? Okay, so this would have been like 1 full week sick, so we're a week and a half into it. I got a little boost of energy here. And for me, this is when my overspending gets dangerous. Because whenever, when you do something nice for somebody, it does make you feel good. It gives you that little bit of a oomph, and yeah. So the good thing is whenever I made the little gift bag, I did use my stash funds. Okay, so I put a little bit of money out of each check for, whenever I want to do something like this. So again, yes, I did spend, but it was covered with the stash funds, and the others were covered with my Giant Eagle points. So again, like, I got, I don't know how much, like this would be like about $60 worth of stuff. I got it for $1.44. So did I go on a little spending binge? Yes. But it only cost me $1.44. So that right there is not the problem in itself. It's how I got emotionally boosted by that, because now in my mind I'm thinking like, yeah, let's go buy stuff, because you're not really spending, but I was. Okay, I was for the rest of the week, but I'm too sick to realize that. The other difference is Bill is my dad. We've been working together for 10 years, so it's just easier to call him by his name, because it's just weird when you're at work and you're like, hey, Dad, it's weird. So I refer to him as Bill. But Bill is a spender, and I went shopping with Bill. So did I need the $70-some worth of groceries? No. But I got it because I was with Bill, because, you're riding that emotional high of like, like, I got all this stuff. Almost swore. You got a really, really good deal here, so you're like, yeah, I'm gonna spend. So yes, I did really good on the gift part of it, but I've pretty much anything that I would have saved from that, I pretty much spent on the groceries that I really didn't need. The litter for Bert, like, I had to, because it's necessary, and of course, gas for the vehicle, because we had a snowstorm coming up. So again, these are necessities here. Did I want to spend them? No, but yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. Okay, so that gets us going into Monday. So we can see, like, it's a little bit jumbled. And now this week has an extra twist to it, because we got Ray's birthday on the 13th. Which we've seen in the previous weeks. Like, I did nothing to prepare for this. So again, sick. Got an emotional high from, gifting. We got Ray's birthday on the following day. And the other one would be, what am I trying to say here? Since it is Ray's birthday, he was off Monday and Tuesday. We do have, like, we were working the same shift at the end of last year, and we just realized, like, it didn't work, because, I just need like at least 2 hours of silence. That's when I do my planning. That's when I do my budgeting. That's when I reflect on like what I did for the day. How can I, be better the next day type thing. So I did not have that. He came home early on Sunday as well. So no quiet time, no quiet time, no quiet time. Okay. So we're going to see how that affects my spending as well. Maybe you have the same issue, okay? That's why I'm on here talking about this. Because, budgeting is hard, guys. Paying down debt is hard. So, really, like, this is the best video for you to watch if you've noticed, like, your budgeting has, like, you're writing it down, you're getting nowhere. Maybe it's one of these 3 factors that happened to me this week that is kind of stalling your progress. So again, this is why I do these videos. Do I like to come on here and talk about it? No. I'd rather it not happen, but it is what it is. So Monday, which we're going to find out, I did not use the budget log at all for the whole entire week. Okay, so again, that's bad. That's no. I am somebody who really does need to log this. So these are back reflections up here. So Monday, if I had to describe this day, I'm going to say shopping's for fun. Okay. Again, I'm an emotional spender. So again, whenever the mood is low, do you spend to like kind of boost your mood for like a little pick-me-up? Yes. For me, those are like little treats. That would be like me getting a Starbucks coffee. They're normally small. Okay, so like we're talking like $10 or less. I'm just trying to find something to just make me say like, ooh, yay, today's not that bad. For some reason, whenever I'm in a good mood, like I was feeling pretty dang proud of myself, for this. So my spending gets way higher. It's actually better for me to be a grumpy gills. So yeah, my actual like baseline is to give. I love giving. Mainly because like I want to have people feel as good as I do, that is the reward for me. So like I said, I had Ray's birthday on Tuesday. Normally it's like a $20 case of beer, $25 gift card. He's 22, so normally that would be the like typical gift. But since I was in such a good mood over this, we went shopping for Ray, which granted it was stuff that he needs. So in that way, I don't really regret it, but I wish I would have saved up for it. So that's the first transaction on the card right there, because that went on to the Walmart card there. Another difference for this day compared to like previous weeks is since Ray is off, Bill is filling in for him. Again, like I told you, like we work together. It's really weird. But if we remember, Bill likes to spend. Bill was a spender. So it's kind of like the perfect storm, guys. I'm sick, I'm mentally drained, I'm physically drained, I'm working with a spender, and I'm on an emotional high from giving a gift. Okay, like it's like everything that should not happen has happened all at once. So yes, me and Bill did go to Arby's, and of course I'm the one that has to pay. Notice how Bill does this. So, but I mean, he's my dad, So, yeah, normally I spend $3 or less whenever I'm going out to eat for my lunch break, dinner break, whatever you want to call it at work. And here we go, $16 day one. So, the week is not starting off great, right? But again, remember, we don't have quiet time, so I'm not going into the budget log. So that is, again, another big one where if I would have just at least went down and wrote this out, maybe I could have prevented it or stopped it a little bit. But then again, with everything going on, I don't know if I would have had the brain cells to do that. So yeah, Tuesdays would be the importance of quiet time. So this is the second night of not checking in with my budget. I feel like I would have quickly seen that things, weren't going well, and hopefully that I would have been smart enough to change it by Tuesday. Um, I had a Happy Planner order that, I could have paid it with Stash. I could have. But, I don't know. I was pretty disgusted with myself today earlier whenever I went through this, so I'm kind of like punishing myself. It's got to come out of my next paycheck. So that's why it's still on the card, which is what the dots mean, by the way. I do, negative transaction, and that's money coming in, of course. And the dots are what's on the credit cards. Again, worked with Bill, so, Dairy Queen, $10. And of course the surprise monthly subscription to Canva, which why I don't have that written on my calendar, I don't know. But that one always comes up to surprise me. Okay, so now we're moving into Wednesday. So we're going to quickly see the difference between having Ray at work, because Ray came back to work on Wednesday. So see, granted, I had 2 trips, but like I said, guys, I'm exhausted. All I want to do is eat and sleep. But each trip was $2 or less, okay? So I spent $4 with Ray, because he reminds me not to spend, versus going with somebody who likes to spend $10, okay? Big difference. And if it was just like one day out of the week, it wouldn't be that bad. It would still be bad, but it wouldn't be that bad. But it's the fact that, like, we're going day after day after day, okay? It does make a big, big difference. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, we have stress spending. So again, I didn't do any of this. I didn't log anything until this morning. So again, I'm going back through and I'm just trying to explain to myself, like, what happened? How did we wreck the ship? So for Wednesday, I would say stress. We had 2 nights without quiet time, technically 3 if we're counting Sunday. So, again, I'm not logging, okay? We also have the Valentine's Day parties at school. It's kindergarten through 3rd grade. Yeah, and then we got, like I said, we had Ray off, so we had to cover that. We got Joe off Thursday, Friday, so then we got to cover that. So, it's just really hectic. Nothing is scheduled as it would be. It's just and I'm sick. I'm sick on top of this, okay? So, yeah, like I'm more likely to overeat, okay? And at this point in time, like, I'm literally gonna put everything and anything on the card. I'm not even gonna think about it, because in my mind, I know I have not went to the budget log, so I don't know what my daily total is. So there's no way I'm gonna use my bank card, because I don't know what my daily total is. So I'm telling myself, put it on the credit card, and then we'll come back later on that night and we'll check it, which is normally what I do. And that's fine if you're checking it. But like I said, I've never checked the budget log at all this week. So this is how it goes downhill real fast. Kind of like my voice. So I'm going to have to take another quick break. Again, I apologize, guys, but it's the only way I'm making it through this video. Alrighty, guys, we can finish out this week. We can finish it out. So, moving on to Thursday now. Yeah, again, the impact of illness here. So, like, at this time, I've been sick for 2 weeks now, okay? And, it's just literally physically and mentally drained. I don't know how else to explain it. I just want to eat. I want to sleep. And apparently when I wake up, I want to spend. So, again, I got to just spending way more, and again, it's on the card, so this is bad. This is all bad, and by going into my budget log every night, I feel like I could have prevented this, but then again, with how sick I am, I don't know if I would have stopped. So, I want to say I would have, but I don't think I would have. Man. Okay. So now we get on to Friday, because like I said, Ray was off Friday again. So, this is me explaining shopping with a spender. So if you are an emotional spender, and you're gonna kind of like this person's gonna pop into your mind instantly. If there is somebody who you typically go shopping with, and this person loves to browse every aisle, they could go to like 4 or 5 stores in a row. They want to look at everything, and they just like I don't know, they just buy everything. I call them the spenders. That is Bill. Bill is a spender. If you're an emotional spender and you're having a bad week, avoid that person. Okay, avoid them at all cost. It sounds mean, but your wallet will thank you. Or leave your wallet at home. Okay. My wallet's on my phone, so it just doesn't happen. But I kind of can't avoid them because we're at work. So yeah, I was working with Bill. I even went shopping with Bill on Sunday, and I mean I love him, I do, but the man likes to spend, and it just encourages me to spend. It's not saying that he's making me spend. It's just the social atmosphere of being an emotional spender. So again, $12. Might as well say 13 for the dinner there, which as we saw with Ray, I had 2 trips that were under $5. Okay, so pretty much anytime I go anywhere with Bill, it's a guaranteed 15. Picked up milk, picked up bags. Like the bags in the paper, did I actually need it? Was I, going to die this weekend if I didn't buy it? No. So this to me, this was a want. The milk kind of needed. So again, that's 15 and 13 right there that I could have saved. Did I need to make those purchases? No. So that leads us to Saturday. Bird's food, okay. I at least was starting to think a little bit smarter yesterday. Okay, shopping smart here. Bert loves his fancy feast, and it's $1.11 a can. So yeah, I've figured out how to shop at PetSmart and take advantage of their 35% off, and then you cancel it and then you get another 35% off. So we're gonna stock up his kitty foods with that. So in a way, yeah, that is smarter because it takes his cans back down to being 80 cents a can, which, every day that adds up. The thing that I wish I would have did before making this purchase, is like actually doing the budget log. Again, I told you, I don't like to admit it, but did I fill in the budget log at all this week until Sunday? No. So, really need to stick on that. I just got lazy, and that's I just have to acknowledge it, accept it. I got budget lazy, and this is what happens when you get budget lazy. So Sunday, of course, I was like, yeah, let's come on here, and we're gonna get ready for the weekly review, and yeah, I looked at this and I was like, oh my god, dude, what did you do? What did you do? And it was like just pure horror as I was going through each of the days. Again, trying to figure out like how did we get here? So yes, Sunday is time to refocus here. So, the other one is I have these Temu's paying fours, kind of like that Happy Planner order there. That's a paying for. I promised myself at the beginning of this year that I would not do those. To me, if I don't have the funds to purchase it right then and there, I should not be getting it because it's kind of like the equivalent of a credit card. Thankfully, they are small. And I know some of you may be asking, like, why don't you just pay them off, in the beginning? And it's like, well, because I was dumb enough to do the paying for. So I kind of want that, like, popping up out of nowhere of like, hey, you owe $13. And I'd be like, what the heck? It's kind of like me kind of punishing myself for being dumb enough to do the paying for. Because, yeah, it does kind of, like, make me sour towards them right now. So yeah. Could I be using my stash funds to cover that? Yes. But to me, no, because like I said, I was dumb enough to do it, so no. It's kind of like me putting myself in financial time out there. But what we can see here is the balance is getting really low, guys. It's getting really low. This is, it should not be. Um, so, yeah. We have Dooms Week coming up. Like, this could not have happened at the worst time. So, I have the internet, I have the electric, I have heating, I have Discover. These are all major big bills coming up, and I got $95 left in my name. Yeah, Sally messed up. We messed up big. So, I don't like to pull from my emergency funds, but this is one of the main reasons why I highly recommend saving money while you're paying off debt. I know a lot of people don't recommend it. They say put everything towards your debt, pay it down faster. To me, the savings have like literally saved my butt numerous times. Maybe it is because I'm an emotional spender, and things like this do happen, where it's just like a complete train wreck for the week. Um, so yeah, we pulled it. We pulled 400 from the emergency to cover bills, which to me is not an emergency, but it's going to be an emergency when I start getting late fees because I didn't pay them. So yeah, we're covering those, and then I have to do put the funds back into the emergency type thing here. Um, but the main focus is to get those paid. And again, I apologize for my cough, guys. I'm sick already. And my son is like really burning something in the kitchen right now, so it is definitely taking my breath away. I have no idea what he is doing. So I like to do these whenever he's not in the house, and my voice wouldn't allow me this morning. So, yeah, we pulled the 400. I'm gonna handle that tomorrow, whenever I cover the cost of the utilities and that. The highlight of the week, which I think I was just so disgusted with myself with what I did here, is I went ahead and I pulled this from the emergency as well, the remaining 150, just to get that first account paid off. Um, One, because I'm tired of looking at it, and two, you're only allowed to pull from your savings account so many times or you get penalized. So I was like, you know what, we're doing it. I'm getting that thing paid off. I'm tired of looking at it, and it's just a weird way of motivating myself, of like remembering why we're doing this. The whole point of this is to get this paid off. It's not to use the credit cards. It's not to get back into more further debt, which again, maybe some of you have noticed this here is like, well, if I pulled money from the savings, like why didn't I cover the cost of this? Again, it's to financially punish myself here. So let's get on to where the payday would be. So this is the Friday coming up here. So again, I have the pay, which I'll fill that in when that happens. I do put the $50 into the stash account, which is going well. Of course, I have my daily savings, so that would be the remainder for February. And then these are the charges that we were seeing, the dots back in the ledger back there. So yeah, what I spent on Ray's birthday instantly comes out. And all of the dining expenses I added up, so that's 40. I spent $40 dining out for this week, which is ridiculous. So mad at myself. I'm normally like, seriously, guys, like I can't even explain this. Like I'm $15 or less. 15 is very high for me for dining out for the week. So yeah, $40. Like, come on, man. I know I could do better than that. So yeah, those are covered. It's just they're coming out of the next pay. And again, I'm not using my emergency savings to cover going to McDonald's. That's not what it's there for. So did I pull it to cover the utilities and Once I know that I'm in a safe space, at the end of the month, like once I know that all of this is covered, that's when we're going to start taking these funds and putting them back into the emergency savings. And that way, when this happens again, I still have the funds. It's just to get me through this next week. Because, I messed up. uh, Again, I apologize for my voice, guys. I have no idea what this probably sounds like on camera. I know it sounds horrible now. But, again, these are those little weekly stickies that I got. So that's this week right here in a nutshell. So it goes back there. And again, at the end of the month, I'll be doing a February just to see where the monies are going. But this is where I'm going to leave you at, guys. This is because I think this is all the more my voice can do. And I start to get lightheaded because, I can't breathe. So, again, we have Dooms Week coming up after a train wreck of a week budget-wise. And hopefully, we got all pinks for next week. That would be really nice. So I hope I come on here next week and things are way better. So if you've been watching my budget reviews for a while now, this is just a nice friendly reminder of not all the weeks are great. Not all the weeks are yeah, you did it and you got gold stars. Sometimes we just get really bad weeks. Sometimes we just mess up. And I think it was really important to show that in this week's review. And again, it's not really the mess up, it's how you respond, how you react to it is what's important in the long run. So that's it for this week's budget review, guys. That's all the more I can handle. So I just want to close out and just say thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. And please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to see more budget reviews.